In this video, I'll talk about the different factors that determine the cost of constructing a house, and these factors are listed under three main categories, which are the plot or land price, and the engineering consultancy services, and of course the construction cost itself. Make sure to watch until the end because I'll also share some numbers that will help you budget the project. I am Ahmed Adel and you are watching Cost Engineering Professional, and let's start. So the factors that I'll be talking about will come under three main categories as we discussed. And the first category is the plot or the land that I'm going to be building the house on. And the second one is the engineering consultancy services. And the third one is of course the construction cost or the cost of the construction itself. And if I start with the plot or the land, so the cost of the plot or the land will depend on of course the location of the land, where this area is located or where this plot is located, and what is the area of the plot, and also what is the allowable gross floor area on this particular plot. So this of course will affect the pricing of the plot, and the value of the property that can be built on this plot. This will also affect the cost of the plot itself. So we are talking about location and area and the nature of the property that can be built on this plot. And the second part, which is the engineering consultancy services, we will have two things that will come after the engineering consultancy services, which are the design cost and the supervision cost. So you will have these two costs, and each of them will depend on some factors. So let's talk first about the design cost. The design is that you will hire a consultant to design this house for you. So the design cost will depend on what is the gross floor area or the built-up area of this house or project, and also how complicated the house or the project is, what are the features that are there in the project or the house, and what is the level of optimization required from the consultant in your design. So these factors will determine how much is the cost of designing your project or your house. And of course also how reputed the consultant is. This will also affect the design cost of your project. Now talking about the supervision part. So the supervision will depend on the first major thing here is the project duration. What is the duration of your project? This will determine a big part of the supervision cost, and also of course the project location and the project technical requirements. And we are also talking about the consultant size or the consultant reputation. So these four factors will affect the supervision cost. So under the engineering consultancy services, you have design and you have supervision. For the design, we said what can affect the design cost and what can affect also the supervision cost. Now let's jump to the third part, which is the construction cost itself. And the construction cost will depend on some elements such as the built-up area of the project, of course, and the size and the scale of the contractor that you are hiring to do your project, and also the finishes of the project and the features in the project, and the project location and the accessibility, something related to the logistics, and also the client facilities required from the contractor at site. So let's quickly have a look at the items or the requirements that heavily impact the construction cost. And the first one will be items related to the site and the concrete works. For example, having a basement in the project. And why would this impact the cost? I'll tell you. Because having a basement will impact the following construction items, such as excavation. Of course, the volume will increase, and also foundation and concrete steel will increase because you will have a raft instead of isolated footings, for example. And then you might need shoring also, depending on the excavation level. You might need dewatering as well, depending on the groundwater table. You might need 1 or 2 layers of road base below the raft to reduce the uplift pressure, and you might need substructure waterproofing of membrane instead of just normal cold applied bitumen or something. So all of these are things that will impact the site and the concrete works in the project. So having a basement will have a major cost impact, so we have to be careful about this. After that, items that can affect the cost of metal works of the project, something like the balcony handrail or staircase handrail, external aluminum composite panel cladding for elevation, for example. So these are the things related to the metal works. After that, you have some items that are related to the wood works, such as the kitchen cabinets, vanity counters and shelves, wardrobes, marble tops, and backsplash, things like that. Then you have items related to doors and windows, so the types of wood specified for the doors and the fire rating of the doors, ironmongery for the doors, and also aluminium sections and the glazing for the windows and curtain walls, type of powder coating for the windows and curtain walls, So these are the items or the elements that can impact the cost of doors and windows. After that, you also have items related to the civil finishes, such as the flooring and the skirting, for example, porcelain or marble. We can also talk about the ceiling. Is it suspended ceiling or just plaster and painting? And then we have the walls. So do you have feature walls, fabric walls, or just normal plaster and painting? This will also have a cost impact. Then about the staircase also, this will impact the cost. And of course, the elevations of the house that you are doing. Are you using painting or stone cladding or aluminum cladding or what? This will also have a cost impact. And after that, you have some items related to the accessories that you want in the building, something like mirrors and internal glazing, shower partitions or shower enclosures, service access panels, and stuff like that. Then after this, you have items related to the MEP in the house. So we are talking here about the light fittings and the sanitary wares that you will have in the project. And of course, the HVAC type, ELV systems such as home automation, access control, CCTV, etc. And also, of course, the heaters and the exhaust fans in the project, firefighting and fire alarm. And there are some features that can impact the cost, such as having a swimming pool, for example, or having a passenger lift inside of the villa or the house. The landscaping, you can ask for a soft escape, beautiful soft escape, gazebo for grilling and all of that. So all these things might have loose furniture, play equipment, all of this stuff can have a cost impact on the project. So generally, we talked about the items that can affect the construction cost. Now let's have a look at some tentative numbers that can help you estimate the cost of the project. So these rates are in dollars, and I'm going now to tell you the rate per square meter and square foot for each work package in the project. So for example, if we talk about the general requirements, we have 33 per square meter and 3 per square foot. Substructure, we have 88 per square meter and 8 per square foot. Superstructure, we have 119 per square meter and 11 per square foot. And then the masonry works, we have 47 per square meter and 4 per square foot. Thermal and moisture protection will be 26 per square meter and 2 per square foot. Then we have finishing, 225 per square meter, which is 21 per square foot. Then we have doors and joinery works, 59 per square meter, which is 5 per square foot. Then we have aluminium and metal works, which will be 81 per square meter or 8 per square foot. And the electrical works of the house will be 77 per square meter or 7 per square foot. And the air conditioning works will be 82 per square meter and 8 per square foot. Plumbing will be 49 per square meter and 5 per square foot. External works will be 59 per square meter and 5 per square foot. All these rates are in dollars, as we said, and all these rates are tentative, so you can use them only for budgeting. It doesn't reflect the actual cost of your project. From there, just you have to make an idea how much it should come. And these rates are based on the Middle East structures also, because the labor cost, material cost, all of that will vary from one country to another. So I just wanted to give you a brief or an example of how the cost will be approximately. And if you take the percentages, you can find the percentages like that. General requirement 3%, substructure will be 9%, and then super will be 13%, masonry will be 5%, thermal will be 3%, finishing work will be 24%, doors and joinery will be 6%, aluminium and metal 9%, electrical works will be 8%, air conditioning works will be 9%, plumbing works will be 5%, external works will be 6%, and the total, of course, is 100%. And if you take a look at the final rate, you will see that we are talking about something that is about $944 per square meter or $88 per square foot, and the breakdown is given there. You can see it in this example. And in this playlist, I talk everything about cost estimation, how to estimate the construction costs of project. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.